An Olympic snowboarder is now being described by the FBI as the modern-day Pablo Escobar, and he's still on the run. Today, Ryan Wedding is without a doubt one of the most dangerous criminals in the world, but back in the 90s, he was one of the most gifted young snowboarders in Canada. At 15, he made the Canadian national team with the hopes of one day competing in the Olympics. 5 years later in 2002, that dream came true, but he failed to medal and retired shortly after. Almost immediately, Ryan did a 180 and found much more success in drug trafficking. He went all in and set up a sprawling grow-op with more than 6,800 marijuana plants in British Columbia. The operation was pulling in over $10 million per year, but got busted in 2006. Luckily, Ryan wasn't present during the raid and avoided charges. Now, you'd think such a close call would make someone scale back or even quit, but not Ryan. Instead, he decided to go 10 times harder. 2 years later, he made his first international play, or so he thought. Ryan's plug turned out to be a U.S. informant who nailed him trying to purchase 24 kilos of cocaine in California. Ryan served 4 years in federal prison, but once again, this only fueled him. See, turns out that while incarcerated, Ryan brushed shoulders with seasoned veterans from the Mexican cartels and received something of a PhD in drug smuggling. They agreed to work together, but almost immediately after his release, he got caught again. Canada charged him with attempting to move 15 tons of cocaine, but rather than facing the charges, he fled to Mexico, where he studied directly under the leaders of the Sinaloa cartel. By the early 2020s, he'd been on the run for 5 years and his operation exploded. Listen to Pam Bondi describe the scale.
60 metric tons is approximately the weight of 40 standard cars.
Now, for reference, 60 metric tons is worth about $1 billion per year in sales. Ryan had become the largest distributor of cocaine in North America, and the operation worked like this. First, he struck a deal with a Canadian trucking company who would hide the drugs in secret compartments. The driver would finish his route in LA, where the drugs were either stashed or shipped to other US hubs. Now, he had a vast team of smugglers who helped him pull this off, but his second in command was this guy, Andrew Clark. These two were extremely dangerous. Prior to 2025, they'd executed 4 murders that we know of, but this year things got even more shocking. See, the US government had an informant who'd been working to bring Ryan down. Towards the end of 2024, he agreed to testify, as the US finally filed narcotics charges. After news broke, the informant fled to Colombia for safety, but Ryan found out and placed a bounty on his head. Sadly, someone in Ryan's network spotted the witness at a restaurant and shot him 5 times in the head. After the vicious murder, Ryan landed on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list, but he's still in the run as the FBI is now offering $15 million for information that leads to his arrest or conviction.